Yo, what is going on? And I can't stress this enough, but welcome to About It Again. I'm your host, as always, and along with me, I got my boy Isaac. Hopefully, the Mr. At Large himself, Breon, will be with us eventually. Fingers crossed on that. But how you doing, Al?
I'm good. My back is sore from deadlifting 175, and then I hit 215. All with terrible form. I didn't record the 215 one, but it was all with god awful form that my lower back is strained right now. So that's fun. Also, I have been surviving through the football off season with the global football. And I don't know if you know this, but that shit is freaking awesome. I don't know if you've been watching it, but it's been pretty amazing these last couple of days. Like Monday and Tuesday.
A little bit, but I haven't really had much time to really watch the football.
Like Monday and Tuesday were amazing days of football. Okay.
No, I have
for the layman terms. I'm talking about the Euro Cup and it's soccer, but yeah, I call it football.
I have time to troll Mr. Go-Go.
Yeah. Good luck with that. He's quick with the comebacks, bro.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to be called a piss boy at this point.
That's your goal.
It's like he calls me a piss boy. I'm changing my name on Twitter to I'm a piss boy.
Or he calls you a dumb yank.
Whatever if he calls me a dumb yank, I'm gonna put I'm a dumb yank.
Because he's throwing that around recently. Because when he was feuding with Cody, he was mostly throwing out piss boys. Now he's throwing out. Now that Euro's going on, like everybody I follow that's in the UK, i.e., a lot of the guys from Walk Culture and Agogo are all calling everybody that doesn't love what's going on as much as they do yanks, and it's mostly yanks because they're calling them dumb yanks because they don't get it. Which he's right. He's right. I mean, in fact, I responded to one of his tweets. He didn't acknowledge it, but I still tweeted it. He said, bear with me. He said, where is it? I even agree with iBeast. iBeast said no sport in the world touches football. And then you responded football Sunday, and I responded with this football is better.
Yes, I troll Beast on a regular occasion.
Then, here he goes.
As far as Beast football, we all know that Beast is now British. So
wait, he's really?
Yeah, he's British. I've actually listened to him talk.
Nice.
He had a whole thing one Tuesday night where they were trying to
the sound thing on Twitter.
No, he had a space. So he started a space, and so we were just chopping it up, talking wrestling.
You should get him on the show.
He probably sleep right now.
Well, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Anyway, so here's what Agogo said 2 days ago, while on Monday in the middle of France and who was it? France and I am so sorry. It was because it was Spain and Croatia the first game. Then it was France and I want to say Switzerland. That's what it was. France and Switzerland. Oh my gosh, that game was amazing. He says, I'm sorry for divvy hot dog eating Americans that don't understand the beauty of football. True football, proper football. Then he put the soccer ball emoji with the heart next to it. And I said, as an American who loves football, I get it. I did get a tweet from a guy named Anthony, but it wasn't you, and it wasn't a go-go, so.
Well, it didn't matter then.
Hey, it worked.
Oh, it's only two ants that matter. Well, he's not an ant. He's an Anthony.
He does go by Anthony. I don't think he goes by Ant.
Yeah, I don't think British people go by Ant.
Yeah.
I would love to meet a British ant.
A lot of people, I looked on the comments of his direct tweet, and a lot of the response was the only problem with proper football is that Americans is that there's no ad breaks. So Americans, it says one guy said the problem about proper football for the Yanks is that it doesn't stop and start enough for ads, more ads, less sport, got to get that dollar. And I said, Absolutely true.
Well, the thing is I don't. A lot of times you watch because I know I had an issue with soccer. I think the moment I really enjoyed football, in this case, we can use the term football.
Yeah, because actual football is in the off season, so we're
Yeah,
calling it
the
football.
NFL is an all season. So
Yeah.
The moment I realized that there was some enjoyment out of this was I want to say it was the first time the U.S. women's team went up against Japan.
That was 2011. That was 2011.
Yeah, I was actually in Orlando. We had family reunion down in Orlando. Everybody had left except for my siblings and my grandparents. So we stayed the next day watching that game, and I was like, "Yo, this is intense."
Yeah,
going on. I've had an enjoyment for football. Do I watch all the time? No, but when I have time to sit down and actually enjoy a game, yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, like speaking of which, you saw what happened in that game, right? How intense it went to overtime. Not just overtime, it went to penalties.
Yeah.
You know? So,
yeah. I was watching. I forget who I was watching when I was at the gym Monday.
This past Monday.
It had. I think it was Spain.
Spain and no, it was France, Spain and Croatia. Croatia was down 3. No, Spain was one of them were down 3-1.
Yeah,
came back, tied it up,
3-up, and then I turned back around again. It's 5-3. I was like, "What in the world?"
Same thing happened in the Switzerland-France game. France went up 3-1, right in the second half. All of a sudden, right at the close, all of a sudden, Switzerland. Next thing you know, it's 3-2. Like I literally turned my head. Next thing you know, it's 3-2. Turn back around. All of a sudden, they're tied up in the 90th minute. Actually, it was like the 89th minute with seconds to spare before the 90th minute. 3-3. They went to overtime, didn't score, went to penalties, came down to one guy. Switzerland hit all theirs, came down to one guy from France, and he couldn't get the job done. I'm actually rooting for England, by the way, because I want to see if it can actually come home. Well, go home because we're not there, so we can't say it's coming home. It's going home. So football's amazing. I don't care what anybody says. Football is amazing. It's glorious. If you're not into football, you should get into it.
Yeah, man. Try it out.
Try it.
Try it.
Trust me. And here's the best part about it. There's no ad breaks. Literally, that is one of my favorite things about it. It's very prompt.
Well, you can't really have ad breaks because the clock never stops.
That, and it's very prompt. They start at 12. And by 12:45, it's probably around the time for stoppage time for halftime.
Again, that's because the clock doesn't stop.
I know, and it's glorious because it adds, especially in the second half when it gets like 80 minutes and you're down a goal and you need a goal and you're down like 1-0 and all you got to do is tie it up and you have 80 minutes and that clock is still going. Next thing you know, it's 82 minutes. And then 84 minutes and 85 minutes. Before you know, you're in the 88th minute. You gotta get something. The next thing you know, the guy you don't expect kicks a screamer into the away end, and you blow your freaking gasket out of your head. There's no better feeling than that,
right?
Seriously, like I've legit had moments like that. Like I know we're going on a tangent here. 2014. I watched Portugal and the U.S. play in the Brazil World Cup when the World Cup was in Brazil. And I watched it. First of all, it was a good game. The game ended 2-2, but I'm watching it. I'm sitting there, me in civilian clothes, of the entire room. We're in the SMP, which is a single Marine program, which is a place you can go play video games and watch TV and all that stuff. I shit you not. I'm sitting in this room in a recliner. And the entire room is full of Marines watching intently on what's going on TV. Half of them, I'm pretty sure half of them had no idea what was going on. Half of them probably didn't even watch soccer, but just knew that, the U.S. is in it, we're watching it. So much so, there's so many of us, the employee there took a video camera and started recording us while we were watching it. But everybody has their eyes glued on the TV to what's going on. And every time the U.S. scored, that whole place in unison exploded.
I don't think I've had that moment. I've had that moment happen one time for something other than the world-known football, not American football. But this situation was American football, and I vividly remember I was at Applebee's in Chesapeake Square.
I bet it wasn't the time you guys didn't run it at the 2-yard line.
No, I was actually home in crutches when that happened.
Oh, I said what I said.
So it was actually Minnesota Vikings versus the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
This is when Brett Favre was the quarterback for the Vikings.
Oh, wow.
So you remember this game now, right?
It's coming back.
The last play where he threw the prayer up for a touchdown.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember it now.
And the place went crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I've seen plenty clips, and there are clips that are out that people use all the time that were used because of back to worldwide football.
Plus the chants are mint. The chants are glorious. Sorry, football has some of the best fans
you remember
ever.
the old Brian Danielson chant that he used to do in Ring of Honor? You're gonna get your head kicked in.
Oh my gosh, I love football supporters. I saw this video. I sent it to you from TikTok. It said part 2. I think it was part 1 or 2 of the reason I love football. And then it was the guy say, "What do you think of Tottenham? Shit. What do you think of shit? Tottenham. Thank you. That's all right. We ain't Tottenham. We ain't Tottenham. We ain't Tottenham. We ain't Tottenham." I'm like, yes.
I swear all of this stuff happens in
over there.
Reno.
Over there.
In that general area, because look at the UK crowds for wrestling, bro.
They're the same.
It's the same thing.
It's the exact same thing.
What is wrong with them? Americans are so.
There are guys. There are people in the crowd.
You can look up at it. Now we have times where
there are people in those crowds. There are people in those crowds in those UK shows repping their favorite clubs. Like now, they're in the crowd.
Yeah, but there's times that we have it, but our chance is so formulaic. Like,
this is awesome.
And it's always usually in that way. Now you can make it entertaining, like the Knicks fans did against the Hawks in the first round when they're like Trae Young's balding. That was hilarious.
Yeah, fight forever.
It's still very formulaic.
Very. Switch it up.
You see it. I mean, look, we're gonna see it when we go to AEW when the AEW show in
North Carolina.
Matter of fact, we'll probably be seeing it next week when AEW. You'll see it. I think you'll see it more because of the acoustics inside are going to be a little bit better.
Yeah.
So you'll see it a lot better next week when AEW opens up their first show in an arena that's not Daly's Place.
I know, like, for example, you're going to get, like, for example, Orange Cassidy's going to get the freshly squeezed. Which
is a typical cadence for American chants.
Yeah, or Hangman Page. You know Hangman Page.
Which is, again, the same cadence.
He's going to get his, you know?
Yeah.
Or Eddie Kingston.
The typical ones, but then you see like WWE is going to having a UK tour in August, and watch the difference in the chants that you hear there. And here, I mean,
I think the most out of the box thing.
Veterans have been in NXT on mainland NXT for the better half of this year, no, all year basically.
Yeah, I think.
And have you heard the crowd do the "If you hate Gibson shoes, all chant" yet?
No.
That's my point.
No, that was the most.
Now you have people standing up with their shoes in their hands.
You had Thatcher. You had Thatcher come out there and have to start it himself because they didn't do it on site. That in the UK, from the UK footage of Zach Gibson that I've seen, it was on site.
On site, every single time.
It is on site with Zach Gibson. You see him, you take your shoes off, and you tell the guy next to you, if you hate Gibson, your shoes need to be off. Seriously, like it. This is why I was saying. This is why I said before. I said this on the show before. UK crowds and Japanese wrestling crowds are miles better. Well, Japanese wrestling crowds are making that much noise now. Well, not now. Well, they're crowded, but like Japanese crowds and UK crowds are the best crowds in wrestling.
Yeah,
better than American crowds by far.
You have no pushback from me.
I think maybe the one crowd that's probably has its own thing is maybe a GCW crowd.
Which is, again, a very intimate crowd. The more intimate your crowd is, the more closer it's going to be. The culture of the crowd is going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot better. Now, WWE crowds are very bougie.
Very bougie.
Very, very, very bougie.
Very.
We will see how much different it will be now with the fact that we've had to go a year and a half without regular crowds there. Like, shout out to WWE for this. I don't know if you knew, but they've almost sold half of those tickets for the SummerSlam.
I did not. I know Cardi B wasn't going to be there. That was the last thing I heard about it.
1,000 tickets.
Huh.
Which the arena is about 60,000.
Because it's not the MGM Grand, is it?
No, this is the Raiders Stadium, which I made. I made the joke that the WWE fans are going to open up the stadium for the Raiders fans do. Because there was no fans at the Raiders games last year. There was no fans at the Raiders games last year, and there were no fans at the Rams or Chargers games. So 2 brand new arenas that have yet to be used by fans yet.
Well, not this year, because aren't they going to SoFi next year for Mania? No, they're going to Texas next year. I think it's the Mania after that.
This year, so they're going to Jerry World this year, and then they're going to SoFi, which is, I think, they're going to hold the Roman and the Roman Rock feud for SoFi.
Which makes sense.
Which is why I think what's going to happen is you're going to have Roman and Drew at Texas. Drew probably wins the title, send Roman to Raw, have him take the WWE Championship, and then you have your build for Roman Rock at SoFi.
You mean still Universal Champion, or does he lose it?
No, WWE Champion.
No, I'm saying Roman's still Universal Champion.
No, he loses. He loses the Universal Championship. I think he loses it to Drew at Mania.
The Universal Championship.
Drew's at that point now where they're pushing him as the guy, as he should be, which I have to say this, Seth Rollins was right. Seth Rollins was 100% right when he said the Monday after the Royal Rumble. When he told Drew that the fans would turn on him.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
speaking from experience, because also was turned on, which we'll be talking about that in a few minutes. But yeah, that's how I look at that. But I know it's Dynamite Day. AEW hasn't been on Wednesdays in about a month. But I want to take time to look at something that happened Saturday.
What happened?
All right, so the show went off the air. Eddie King made a few statements. Yeah. Now, I don't have a problem with throwing a few shots here and there at the business WWE. We all know some of their business practices can be very, very bad.
Capitalistic. David Starr was on to something. Well, he wasn't on to something. He was right. But
when you began to say that the guys in the back don't have the heart, or they're only here for a paycheck, speaking of the competition, that's where there's a bit of you're stepping the line for me. Because then you're throwing shots at the guys. And let's be real, I don't think this is any better than what Seth Rollins did to Ospreay. You think back to what the whole situation with Ospreay and Seth Rollins, a year and a half ago? 2 years ago? About 2 years ago. When you remember what happened, right?
Trying to remember.
So Seth Rollins put out he quote tweeted
right.
a WWE thing where it was talking about something and Seth Rollins said, "Best wrestling in the world."
Right.
And
Right.
so people were scoffing at it, blah, 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 which I don't see why Seth Rollins can't have this pride for where he works at, which is a whole nother story, which I feel like WWE cannot think highly of themselves without backlash. And I'll tell you why in a second.
I mean, I have a theory. You're right. I feel like you're going to be right about what you say, but my thing about that is like you can, but it's like have the
opinionated anyway.
I know. But I was gonna say is like the pride. You're gonna have the pride thing, but it's like I don't know. It's like the pride is kind of turned into. Pride kind of turned to me.
The best product in the world? No.
No,
but I know. But to tell Seth Rollins that he's wrong. Opinions cannot be wrong. And this is something that the internet wrestling community seems to struggle mightily with. That somebody's opinion, they automatically say, but you're wrong, though. No, that's their opinion. It's highly unpopular, but again, it's their opinion. So Ospreay comes back behind him, says, I'm still here. He said something that shit said, nah, I disagree with what you're saying, which, again, none of this would happen if he would have just let Seth Rollins have his opinion. But Seth Rollins took it to another step and went lower by trying to say, let's compare bank accounts, which he was dead wrong.
That's what got Braun in trouble. A little, kind of. It's kind.
I get, but it should have never been said.
Right. So for
I
both
understand
cases,
what he was saying, but it's one of those ones where you just leave it in drafts. So back to this whole theory of that WWE can't think highly of themselves. So we already talked about the Seth Rollins situation. I don't think we talked about the Triple H situation.
Is this the one from like a couple weeks ago?
He has the best women's division in the world.
He doesn't impact us. Opinion.
I'd say WWE does. I told you, Impact's very close. But I still give the slight edge to WWE.
In terms of
depth.
Depth.
Yes.
Not how you're using the depth you have. Just depth.
But the reason why I don't use that to gauge it is because it's not all of them.
Okay,
so you can't 100% fault Piper for Dewdrop.
I'm not faulting anybody. I'm saying so. You said depth. You're saying it's better because of depth, which granted is your opinion, and that's cool.
What? I mean, I guess.
All right. Hey.
This was so awkward.
Which blue? UCLA blue, Duke blue, the blue. I would say the blue on this flower behind me, the blue on my bed. Hang on, let me see if this color blue, that color blue. I mean,
I just checked the comments. This is what I see.
I mean, as long as
anything about police,
we will defend. We will back any kind of blue except Carolina blue. I will not back that blue whatsoever. That's the worst kind of blue.
Just for that's going on TikTok.
Hey, I don't care. Carolina blue is the worst blue ever. North Carolina University blue is the worst blue ever.
Oh my God.
Said what I said.
That was the most random comment I've gotten. Thanks, YouTube. Oh my gosh.
Oh, hey, this here. The button on my ring light is blue.
I bet the Seahawks, so I guess that's back in the blue.
Well, I forget you guys have blue. All right, that is blue. So the blue there. I mean, this is blue. That's blue.
You bet the Cowboys.
Yeah. Hey, that's blue.
No, I guess we back to blue.
I guess so. I guess we
All
back the blue.
jokes aside, though,
Except
I back
UNC blue.
blue.
We back the blue except UNC blue. We don't back that blue.
I don't back Duke ball.
Well, because you back whatever color Indiana is.
It's red, some kind of red.
Exactly, and it's terrible.
Or I just back the green and gold, Behold.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I can't stop you there.
Good. You're not going to.
Who tried to cap? Who was that trying to cap on Twitter saying they had the best band in the
Grambling?
Man.
First of all, world famed. Y'all not having the best band in the SWAC, let alone your state. We all know you're not having the best band in your state because that's Southern.
You said Southern because that's the right.
They're nowhere near Southern. You go look at videos of world fame, and go look at videos of the human jukebox. And you tell me who's better.
No, you're right.
World fame is only popular because people know who the world famed is. Yeah. Nobody ranks them because of how good they are. They rank them because of how popular they are. In all honesty, don't get mad at me. They're the Dallas Cowboys of HBCU bands.
Why did you have to go there?
Because you guys are the most popular football team in the NFL and mediocre most years. You
could have said literally any sport in any team ever. You could have said the Knicks.
Okay, but if I would have said baseball, you'd have got mad at me then too.
You could have said the Knicks.
But they're not the most popular basketball team. That's the Lakers.
You mean to tell me people don't know who the Knicks are?
They know the Lakers better. Who's the most popular football team?
Popular? I mean, it's us. But
okay. Man, and are y'all good? What? And are y'all good?
We have our moments.
Okay, they have their moments.
Fine.
I mean, if you want me to say baseball, I was going to say the Yankees, but then again, you'd have an issue with that.
The Yankees are actually good. But we're actually good.
Okay, so they don't fit the mold.
No, they don't. The Yankees don't fit that mold.
The Knicks are good right now, so they don't fit the mold either.
But they haven't been good in.
But they were good this year, so you're only as good as your last battle. They made the playoffs this year. You got to give them some credit.
No, I do.
That's why I went with the Cowboys. Now, what other football team could I use? Well, the Patriots weren't good this year, but they've been consistently good for 20 years. So again, Grambling has been consistently mediocre for the last God knows how long. So that's why they fit so perfectly.
Very well. But still cap. Like NSU is better. That's not even biased. It's just I haven't seen anything.
Oh, yeah, it's biased for me. Even though I don't think
I know it's
now we all know
it's biased
that
for you,
North State, Spartan Legion 2012, rookie class 2012, Loyola 12. I don't know if we have the best neck. Now, history, there are theories that we are the originators of HBCU bands playing neck.
I did see. Now they're not at HBCU, but I was conversating with somebody on Twitter a while back during the LSU when LSU won the national championship.
Controversial neck.
Yeah. A lot of people. You get a lot of LSU fans will say they have the best neck.
They have the most controversial.
Yeah.
And probably the most lit neck.
Yeah.
Because they've been fined for playing the neck because of the obvious vulgar chants.
Yeah.
Suck that tiger. You know. Evidently, Odell got them paid one of the fines for them to play it.
Well, I mean, he also literally, after they won the national title, went out there and was literally giving up.
Because Odell's an idiot, which we're going to talk about idiots here in a little bit, but not.
That was the funniest thing. God, that was the funniest thing I had ever seen. I said, if you were going to show a video of somebody not caring at any point in time, show them that video of Odell, like after they won that national title game in convincing fashion, just like,
hey, here's some money, dog.
Yeah, man.
Now, don't get me wrong. I believe that these players should be paid, but that's not how you That's not how you do that, dude.
Although it was super funny.
Oh yeah, it
It
was
was very funny.
Oh,
And to be fair, if you really think about it, most of those kids he was giving money to went to the NFL anyway.
Speaking of bands, I'm just happy to see bands back playing. I know you're not deep into the culture the way I am, but mass bands are back. There was a big battle down in somewhere down south where Independence Showdown. You had bands from.
By the way,
Tennessee. Memphis mass band was horrible. You had I think Chicago was down there. Warland.
I was gonna say, can you want to go to homecoming this year for NSU?
First of all, I'm going to homecoming this year.
Okay, so you want to link up?
No question about it because I'm getting down with my boys. I ain't seen my boys in 2 years.
Great. So can we link up and go to homecoming? Because I don't think I've been to NSU homecoming before.
No,
I've heard good things.
Yeah, it's lit.
Awesome.
Just have plenty of money on you because if you hit up any of these tailgates, you gonna need it.
Noted. So speaking of players getting handed money by Odell Beckham Jr. after winning the national title game. This is from ESPN as of 5:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. NCAA clears student athletes to pursue name, image, and likeness deals. As of Thursday, every NCAA athlete in the country will be able to make money from endorsements and through a variety of other ventures starting tomorrow. The NCAA's board of directors decided Wednesday to officially suspend the organization's rules prohibiting athletes from selling the rights to their names, images, and likeness. The new rules represent a major shift in the association's definition of amateurism, a shift that NCAA leaders previously believed was antithetical to the nature of college sports. I'm not going to read the rest of that because you can find it on ESPN. But Ant, do you know what this means?
It means that we're this much more closer to getting NCAA football games back.
And
they're already working on.
And don't forget the other one, March Madness, NCAA March Madness.
Ooh. And they put Norfolk State in the game.
Think about it, playing with Norfolk State or Indiana, whatever floats your boat, in 4K. How about that?
Then I get to play with we know.
Being able to use.
I went to school in Chesapeake.
Yeah, you told me.
That was
Atlantic
weird.
Shores, right?
That was very weird.
Anyway,
wait, this dude went to school out Greenbrier. I thought the closest I've ever been around it was when he was playing at Morgan State and he was at MEAC tournament.
Also, LeBron's not going to the Olympics, even though the Olympics team is already stacked. I mean,
yeah, let's look at that team.
Yeah, it's not even fair. I don't know why.
We'll get to our top stories in a little bit, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know why. Why do we bother? Why do we do this? We all know we're gonna go over there and kick and just kill everybody.
Now, let's not get too confident now, because the international players nowadays are legit beasts.
That's true. Also, I need to get into hockey
because I think doesn't Greece have a team?
I think so. Everybody has.
So you got the Antetokounmpo brothers.
Oh,
Australia has a team, right?
Yeah.
Even though he was Pooh in the playoffs, but you got Ben Simmons.
Wait, he's Australian?
Yeah.
Doesn't Jokic? What about Jokic?
Embiid is playing.
What about Jokic?
Jokic is where is he from?
What did I say? Jokic.
He's definitely not American.
You see his brothers. You see how yoked his brothers are.
Well, you see how small he got over the pandemic.
Exactly.
You see how much it helped him to win the MVP.
Yo, his brothers are freaking like ridiculously huge.
Wait, where is he from? Check the wiki. He's from Serbia.
Okay. Isn't Luka from Slovenia?
Yep.
See?
You see how the international players are. Whew. So let's look at the NBA. Let's look at the U.S. Olympic basketball team.
I'm about to look at the U.S. women's soccer team.
Well, we already know they're going to be one of the better teams in the tournament.
Hey, no, soccer is tricky. Soccer is tricky because I watched the World Cup we won in 2000. No, it was 2011. That run we had until we ran into Japan. Actually, I watched that last World Cup, the last two World Cups when we won them both back to back. And like those other teams, they're not messing around. We're good. The U.S. is good. But like those teams, they weren't going away, you know?
I got faith in our team.
No, I mean, I do too, but I'm saying like, soccer is like other countries play soccer more than we do, or at least they're way more invested in it than we are.
All right, so here are the individuals that were selected.
Okay, so I got the team for the women's soccer team, by the way.
Okay, so Bam Adebayo, I didn't realize he was American. So Bam Adebayo, Bradley Beal, he's gonna get buckets. Devin Booker's gonna get buckets. KD, one of the best scorers of all time. Jeremy Grant, who's a real good scorer. Draymond, defense. Drew Holiday is gonna lock you down. Zach LaVine, fast.
He's gonna throw down some stuff.
Oh, he's gonna throw down some jams now. Dame, Taylor, the ride the bench. Chris Middleton can go off at a drop of a hat.
I have a friend of mine. He does security at my church. That's his nephew.
Interesting. And Jason Tatum.
Well, I mean, it's good luck, everybody else.
That's a good chance to be a gold team.
Good luck, everybody else. Yes, it does. It's actually getting better now, though, with rest and all that. So here's the 18-player roster for this year's Olympics.
Oh, by the way, Pop is coaching the team.
Oh yeah,
with Steve Kerr and my uncle Lloyd Pierce.
We're good. They're good. So the head coach is Vlatko Andonovsky. Nailed that. I really think I nailed that. The goalkeepers are Adriana Franch from the Portland Thorns FC and Alyssa Neher. I feel like I fucked that up. The defenders are Abby Dahlkemper, Tierna Davidson, Crystal Dunn, Kelly O'Hara, Becky Sauerbraun, Emily Sonnet. Midfielders, Julie Ertz, who is the wife of Zach Ertz.
Interesting.
Yeah, like so fun fact, when he was winning the Super Bowl, when they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, she was in the middle of playing a game. So she got that notification that, hey, your husband just won the Super Bowl. So mind you, she's also got a World Cup, 2 World Cups under her belt. So they are a championship winning duo.
That's lit.
Crystal Dunn, Kelly O'Hara, midfielders Julie Ertz, Lindsay Horan, Rose Lavelle, Christy Mewis, Samantha Mewis, some sisters there. Then forwards, you have Tobin Heath, Carly Lloyd, who's gorgeous, who's great, Alex Morgan, who's amazing, Kristen Press, and then you have the OG Megan Rapinoe. I call her an OG because she's amazing.
I think that Back to Blue guy disliked the video.
Really? We have a dislike, and it's that guy?
It has to be, though, unless Jamie's being a chump.
Wait, what's our ratio right now?
4-1.
Nice. Not bad. He's got to be the one disliked.
Came here out of nowhere. It was like Back the Blues. Like, because we're black, I guess we don't back the blue.
It wasn't even just Back the Blue. It was just hashtag Back the Blue.
It was just so random because we never. Yeah. None of our topics today had anything to do with the police.
Not even, let alone the police. They didn't have anything to do with politics in general. That's not how we roll.
Yeah, we don't talk. We'll if it's big, then we'll talk about it. But usually, I have never gone up here and said anything negative about police.
No.
And now I'm gonna have to do it because I have family and friends who are in the police force. What do I look like going out here talking bad about the police?
You look crazy. You'll look crazy.
I look like I speak says. I look like a goofy.
By the way, he got his page back. He got
so
banned and got his page back.
I don't always agree with I speak, but that the fact that somebody tried to get his page took him down was ridiculous. Yeah. I'm 100% for free speech, whether I agree with you or not, and we'll be talking a little bit more about that in a few minutes.
By the way, I want to say one last thing about whoever disliked our comment. I don't know who you are, but I will say this. There's a reason why there's a song called F the Police. Just saying. Let's move on.
Hey.
Just saying. There's that song exists for a reason.
That's not me. But which way?
There's a reason that song exists for a reason.
You got a few things to talk about. Do you want to talk about your favorite popularity show? You want to talk about the released man, or you want to talk about some idiots?
Let's talk about the release guy first.
All right, so controversial comedian / actor / whatever you want to call him has been released from prison, not because of innocence. I need to make sure that is clarified completely, that Bill Cosby is not free because he was innocent. He was freed because there was a faulty evidence that was used that should have not been used in his case.
This is very weird. The fact that what the fuck is on Nick Jackson's face?
Oh, AEW's one.
These two look like, I've never said this in my life. These two look like clowns right now.
Well,
like
wait,
absolute
yes,
clowns.
They now look like clowns?
No. I'm not talking. No, like look at them. Well, you got to see them. They look like clowns.
Well, usually they look like clowns anyway, but if you say they look like clowns, they must really be looking like crusty.
It is bad, bro. Like, look at Nick Jackson. Matt's isn't even that bad. Look at Nick, though.
Well, it's usually Nick anyway. There's always
Nick is usually the better because Nick didn't rock mutton chop. Nick didn't rock mutton chops for like however long.
Which one is the one that's balding?
I think that's Nick. Nick is bald.
Okay.
No, I'm wrong. I might be wrong. No, look. Do you see him?
I'm trying. I'm putting on the TNT app, sir. Give me a second.
Like it is
behind anyway. I'm pretty sure it's their ring gear, so it's not, they're gonna look goofy the entire 10-12 minutes they're out.
No, it's not just the gear. It's not a gear.
It's their faces.
Look at their faces.
Well, that's been kind of their whole thing, to make goofy looking faces.
No, because they had they went clean shave, and then they had beards, and then now they have this.
Oh, so it must be facial hair.
Yes, look, you got to see it. It's bad.
We have a quite interesting show today. Oh, come on. I'm signed in with Verizon.
Anyway, let me know when you see it. Anyway.
But yeah, so Bill Cosby was freed not because of his innocence, but again because of the evidence that was used that should have not been used in the case. So there's been a lot of people not too happy about this, but by legalities, he should be freed.
Which I am not gonna lie, it is really weird in 2021 to see someone like a person of color get anything in the legal system overturned.
Well, he has money,
especially this high up. Considering
Rick Boogs am I looking at? What in the Rick Boogs is this? First of all, you are not Iken and Jiro, so take your jacket off. No. I gotta no. Only Rick Boogs can do this. See. Oh, hold on. No. Let me see his face again, please. Let me see it again, please. Because I know Spanky ain't over here on AEW jumping ship either.
Spanky.
I'm a man with a plan. So we got Rick Boogs and Spanky on AEW. This is in his. Where's Vince? I'm calling Vince.
You said Brian Kendrick jumped to AEW. You said Rick Boogs and Brian Kendrick jumped to AEW.
I thought I was supposed to be seeing Thea Trinidad today, not Rick Boogs and the Brian Kendrick. Thought the man retired.
Hey,
This is foolishness, dog.
I'm crying.
W. Always you guys. Stop air humping. I need them to cut that all, dog.
He's so mad.
This is ridiculous.
He's so mad.
I got it. This is ridiculous, dog.
Yeah. You turned it off?
No, I'm still on. But I'm just trying to understand what's going on here.
He's so mad. Oh shit. Oh. He said Rick Boogs and the Brian Kendrick. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
All right, back to Bill Cosby, because Lord have mercy, this is gonna make my blood pressure go up. Now we have blood pressure issues. So yeah, this is a very touchy topic. I know people are going to have their opinions on this, but in my honest belief, I believe in divine judgment.
Yeah,
which means that his true judgment will come. And it's not up to us to make that judgment. If he did this stuff, he will pay for it in due time. So,
yeah, I agree with you 100%. Like, there's nothing. You said it.
Divine judgment.
There. That's it. That's all there is to it, man. That's all there is to it.
I want to say the idiots for last. So let's move to the BET Awards.
Yeah, he said Rick. He does look like what the. He does look like that.
Please tell me that's fake, bro.
I hope it is, because look at his hair compared to the rest of his.
It just looks fake.
It does. The mutton chops look fake. He's got mutton chops that look fake, like they're trying to match, but we both know Nick
Get him out of the way. Stop spraying people. What is the purpose of him just spraying them at random?
They're being pricks, man. They're being pricks.
What is the spray for? What is the spray?
It's cold spray. I think it's cold spray.
And what does that do?
I am honestly not sure.
It's just weird.
I think it's like if you have pain in certain places, that kind of like it's like icy hot, but like only cold. I don't know. Hey, I'm winging it here. Yeah.
Let's look at these awards.
Dog, that was he was so mad. He got so mad. That's gotta be a Vinny Testaverde moment.
Oh, it is. I might just have to chop. I'm thinking of chopping that. We're chopping. First of all, we're chopping the Back the Blue segment. That's going from the clock out.
I am going to like that and duet it as soon as you post it, because that's how funny that was. That was hilarious. Like, all right.
So album of the year.
Okay, let's go.
The nominees were After Hours by The Weeknd.
Okay.
Baby by The Baby.
Yeah, girl.
Good News by Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, boy.
Hotels by Jasmine Sullivan.
Well, I know what didn't win. Put it that way.
King's Disease by Nas.
That didn't win. I don't
And
think that
Wildly
won.
Hour by Chloe and Halle.
Put it this way, I will tell you what didn't win. King's Disease didn't win. Why? Because it got the Grammy, and I don't think it's going to get both. So what won?
Hotels.
See?
Which I ain't gonna lie, it was a good album.
I'll take your word for it.
Hotels.
I'll take your word for it.
I really enjoyed Ari Lennox because Jasmine Sullivan and Ari Lennox did perform together during the show, which was really good too. But then again, I'm just a big Ari fan. Best female R&B / pop artist. Nominees: Beyonce, Her, Jasmine Sullivan, Jhené Aiko, Summer Walker, and SZA.
Jasmine Sullivan?
Her.
Oh,
it would have made sense for her to win, but no. This one might be a little more obvious.
I was about to say it wouldn't make sense for who to win because you said her, and her is also a pronoun. So moving on.
Fair enough. Best male / R&B pop artist. The nominees are, thank God I'm reading this because you would have said his name wrong. Black.
Yeah, I don't care. I would have said 6 Black and kept going.
And then we would have another.
I would have called him 6 Lack. I would call him 6 Lack.
His name was Black.
Okay.
It literally looks like a B, but okay. Anderson .Paak, Chris Brown, Giveon, Tank.
Wait, is it not Anderson .Paak?
Huh?
Is it not Anderson .Paak?
Anderson .Paak did win one, but not this one.
No, I'm saying, is it not Anderson .Paak? Like I thought
it was Anderson .Paak.
So is it Pac or Pac in AEW? That's yes. Pac, right? That's Pac because
no,
Pac,
the answer
right?
is just yes. You can say I've heard Pac and Pac.
All right, very well.
So when people ask me is it Pac or Pac, I just say yes.
Yes.
But the winner was Chris Brown.
Hold on. He's still winning awards. Didn't
yes.
So he's just reached that point where he's that one heel we can't cancel, right? He's reached MJF status at this point.
Yeah, you thought we're gonna be cancel culture doesn't work anyway.
I don't mean cancel culture. I mean this dude literally is out here still beating on women and nobody cares.
I mean, R. Kelly was doing things to little kids and people were still bumping his music. So what do you think?
You're right, Carrie. You're right. I
mean, I'm just saying.
No, you're right.
I mean, you got some horrible people out there. I mean, we just talked about Bill Cosby. His show still shows on TV.
It does.
Best female hip hop artist. She who should not be named, who's pregnant. So I don't think you'll be seeing her at SummerSlam.
I may actually watch SummerSlam.
Coi Leray.
Okay.
Doja Cat.
Is she related to Candace?
No. Two different ways to spell Leray.
Very well.
And that's actually her middle name. Doja Cat, Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto. She used to be known by Mulatto, but now her name is Lotto. And then Saweetie.
So no Rhapsody.
No. What did I just call this before we started?
Oh, right.
Your favorite popularity contest.
Right.
You should probably figure out based on that who won.
Right. Oh.
No, it wasn't she who should not be named. It was the other one.
The horse?
Yes. Brianna is a menace for sending us that video, too. Oh, he is a whole menace. Best male hip hop artist. Die Baby. Drake. J. Cole. Jack Harlow. Lil Baby.
Wait. Is Jack Harlow mixed?
No, he's white. He's about as white as T'Chaka.
Oh, you're talking about Shawn Davis.
Hey.
This man said T'Chaka. You're stupid. Y'all are dumb.
No, I saw it because, again, for some odd reason last week, he was trending on Twitter. And so somebody called him T'Chaka. I was like, oh, shoot, I'm going to steal this one.
Y'all are stupid. Y'all are stupid.
He was on Instagram saying that he's black.
Oh my gosh. He said to Chalka, I'm weak.
He was like,
That's
I'm
hilarious.
a black man. I was like, bro, what? But the other ones, Lil Baby and Pop Smoke, rest in peace. The winner here was Baby.
Over Cole?
Yeah. His success, he was all over the place this year.
No, I mean,
I'm
at a point. No, I'm just saying, I'm at a point where I believe that nobody really cares about J. Cole as much as they say they do at award shows. Now, granted, I know they're award shows, but like you can't, like, y'all clearly don't care about J. Cole as much as y'all say.
I don't think he's a BET award or a Grammy. Hold on. I may be wrong. I think he does have one Grammy, but I think it's for a feature.
But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah. No, he has no Grammys.
Because he apparently people say like, oh, like Cole is this great, artist, which he is. He's an amazing artist. Like I like J. Cole,
I can say all the ones he's been nominated for. In 2012, he was nominated for Best New Artist, which was won by Bon Iver. I vividly remember that day because I was not happy. 2014 Best Rap Song Collaboration for Power Trip was nominated. Best R&B Performance Planes. That was with Miguel.
1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, I'm ahead of you actually. Best Rap Album for 2014 Forest Hills Drive nominated. 2016 Best Rap Performance apparently nominated. 2019 Best R&B Song Come Through and Chill. Again, Miguel nominated. Him and Miguel just don't miss, dog. Best 2020 was best nominated for Best Rap Performance with Down Bad, and then also had two songs in the same category. Middle Child and Down Bad were nominated for Best Rap Performance.
Middle Child is an amazing song.
Down Bad was an amazing song too. It would have been dope to see because that would have been J. Cole would have been J. Cole was nominated with that. That was J. Cole, JID, Johnny Venus or Olu and Boss.
I love because by the way, off topic, I love Kazarian's shirt. New identity as the elite hunter.
It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. This is gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. Brit and Rebel versus Nyland and
people
Vicky.
are thinking that Vicky's going to be replaced by Thea.
Some people are saying that the guys of World Culture are stupid. They said like Vicky's going to do something. She said Vicky's going to do a Canadian destroyer, which
ain't no way.
No, or they said she's going to do the Three Amigos, but very slowly.
That I can see happening.
But then I was thinking, but the point is, they were saying that it's probably going to be something. If she does do it, Russell is like she's going to do something you wouldn't expect her in her age and in her position to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like nobody expected Bad Bunny to come out there and hit a Canadian destroyer on John Morrison.
But Bad Bunny's been training.
I know, but you know what I mean. Like who's to say Vicky hasn't? You know what I mean?
Right. Also, I love the fact that they're putting Christian with Jungle Boy right now, since Jungle Boy is not really a strong promo.
Right.
And has already said himself that he's typically ducked away from promos.
I like somebody who lets the work do the talking.
Which, I mean, I understand that, but if you want to get to that next level, you got to go ahead. You got to be able to do it.
Unless you're Kota Ibushi. So.
Well, Japan is a different type of culture.
I mean, still. I mean, he came over to America and he did some work in Ring of Honor without cutting a promo.
Ring of Honor is different, though. Ring of Honor isn't really very promo heavy either. all your work is done in the Ring of Honor.
Exactly.
Why
Isn't it
I
glorious?
love it.
Isn't it glorious?
Best artist, Coil Ray, Flo.
Speaking of which, didn't Jack Harlow have this whole thing with Saweetie or whatever?
Yeah, he was shooting the shot hard as Saweetie. I mean, she's single, so.
Is she? That's
she broke up with Quavo. Remember, they had that horrible break. They broke up not so long ago.
We gotta throw that. Never mind. We're gonna throw that in with idiots because I gotta so many rich people. Rappers are weird.
We'll get to that. So
rappers are weird, man.
Flo Milli, Giveon, Jack Harlow, Lotto, and idiot number 1 for today was also nominated.
Did Jack win? Please, I hope Jack won.
No, Giveon won.
No.
I don't hate this. I like Giveon.
That's cool. Best
collaboration hour. You already know what won this one. Cardi B featuring Megan Thee Stallion, WAP. The Baby featuring Roddy Ricch, Rockstar. DJ Khaled featuring Drake, Popstar. Jack Harlow featuring the Baby, Tory Lanez and Lil Wayne, Was Poppin' remix. Megan Thee Stallion featured The Baby, Cry Baby. Pop Smoke featuring Lil Baby and Da Baby for the night. I'm gonna just start saying baby different ways each time.
That was like 2 years ago. Was that last year? That song came out.
But you already know what won, right?
I know what won. Is that song came out last year?
No, it came out within the time period.
Very well. Very well.
Which brought up the whole thing because I know you saw you posted a thing that Lil Nas X said when he quote tweeted somebody who said stop pushing homosexuality on TV. I have a good friend, one of my rookie brothers from band who's a gay man. He asked a real good question. He was like, what if we stopped sexualization altogether being pushed on TV?
I'd be down for that.
That makes sense, but because his whole thing was he was saying that he was going to get rid of Facebook because it's people were homophobic. It was like I was like, well,
it's a nightmare on there.
But
it's a nightmare.
Yeah, is it any better on Twitter?
Not really.
That's what I was telling him. It was like is all over the place. So block. I told him block and keep moving, bro. And I'm always gonna keep it real with him. That's my boy. I'm always hard on him anyways because we talk trash anyway. But I wanted to bring this up, but I didn't want to talk about the whole situation. But I said it to you, where I said a lot of our issues is we put too much energy on who won't accept us, and not enough energy on who will. I think what people have to understand is people are not going to always. There's always going to be people who don't agree with you, do not accept you for who you are, this, that, and the third. Why be bothered with them? Be who you are. They don't want to accept that. Cool.
Well, so here's the thing about that. And in the context of Lil Nas X. So you remember Montero, the video. By the way, there's an album coming out, and I'm here for it. I don't know if you saw. I sent you that video.
I don't listen to Lil Nas X like that anyway. So I mean, I'm not.
Anyway, I'm gonna listen to it. Why? Because I like his music. Anyway,
you like his music.
Anyway, so remember when that music video came out?
Yeah, and it was very controversial. And
very controversial. So his thing, I think his thing when he said that was like, what did you just say about being who you are? Say that again.
Don't worry about people who do not accept who you are.
Right.
And I think that was his. That's where I kind of had my issue with it because I understand what he means. I really believe he probably grew up in the church. I based on what he's talked about, I believe he grew up around a bunch of Christians. And one thing I can say about a lot of church folk is they are flat out can be very rude.
Yeah.
You've seen it. I've seen it. We've been in church. Church hurt is real.
Church drama is real.
Church drama, church hurt.
Trauma.
Is real.
Everything negative about the church that you can think of is absolutely true.
I believe he struggles from that. And I feel like there are times where he wants to take that out based on the reply on his responses to a lot of things, it seems like he's trying to take it out on the hurt that he's dealt with from church folk.
So what I was gonna say was that, like you said, don't expand, use the energy on people who won't accept you. The thing is, he literally did that with that video. What was most of his responses to that? Like, I follow him on TikTok. Most of his responses to that were of this lackadaisical, like, not worried about it type feeling, you know. And the shoes thing, that was unnecessary. We agreed on that, but that's not what we're talking about.
I mean, the shoes and then the twerking on Satan thing. I was like,
right, yeah. But I'm saying,
outside of that, I could care less.
No, I'm saying he made a video that said, "This is what I'm about," not the things in the video, but like he was constantly defending and saying, "This is the kind of guy I am." You know what I mean? This is the kind of man I am. This is who I am. And he wasn't putting energy into it, like you were saying. He wasn't putting energy into it at first, but then consistency, not even consistency. It just didn't. I don't know how to word it. I had something there, and
I don't remember who he was. 6th grade, our guidance counselor, 6th grade. I could not for the life of me remember his name.
Oh, like it was an old guy.
It was a white guy. But I used to go to him all the time because I dealt with people who
Hicks. No. Hicks?
I could not.
I feel like
you're probably gonna figure it out, and I'm probably not going to be able to confirm it.
I feel like it was Mr. Hicks. Hickman,
but he told me
like
this is the thing he told me to say. It's a theory of thirds. A third of the people are going to like you. A third of the people are going to hate you. The other third are just going to be indifferent to you. Focus on that 1/3 that cares. Because if you focus on that other third that doesn't care, what it's going to do is make it feel like everybody's against you. And this isn't me just talking theoretically. This is something that I've dealt with. I've had to stand to, in a sense, get rid. What the world?
Darby had I said, shout out to Darby with the black and pink fingernails. I dig it.
But I had to really think about that and apply that to myself. And now that I'm in the situation I am, I could care less what somebody thinks about me. At a time, and you knew me long enough to know that there was a time where I was concerned about what people thought about me. But now, I myself and a lot of people that hated me in middle school and high school, they cool with me. I told you remember Stanley? I told Stanley to go wrestle because he was like, because I posted a thing about all the black champions in WWE. He was like, man, I got this urge to go to a school. I was like, do it. But people I used to beef with back in middle school and high school, either A, they don't talk to me at all, they're in jail or dead, or they're cool with me. Yeah, a few of them are actually dead, unfortunately.
Which ones?
He was really short in middle school. Played trumpet. I'm not putting
Nate?
Yeah.
Well, I knew about Nate. I remember Nate. Fuck, that was sad.
Yeah, it sucks because
Didn't Trevor Prague, we lose Trevor too.
He passed off too. Which I never had beef with him.
No, I didn't have beef with him, but I remember in middle school.
We were cordial.
Me and Nate we didn't have beef. It was more like I don't know. It was weird.
He wasn't in my circle, I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Best group, we had 21 Savage and Metro Boomin.
Is Run the Jewels on there?
No.
Of course they're not.
Popularity. Chloe,
right.
X Hallie, which Chloe's fine, boy.
There's some dude on TikTok who goes on her Instagram and turns into every preacher ever.
I know what you're talking about.
You know, you've seen it.
Briss Brown and Young Thug.
Ugh.
City Girls.
Oh my gosh.
Migos and Silk Sonic.
Who won?
Silk Sonic.
As long as it wasn't the City
I
Girls.
got an award.
As long as it wasn't the City Girls.
Thank God it wasn't City Girls. I didn't. If I feel like if it wasn't Silk Sonic winning, it would have been Migos.
Where's the talent there?
What, Silk Sonic?
No. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, City Girls? Oh, the talent's in the body.
What is this, WWE? You can just get over and have a nice body?
Yes. Sex sells, dog. That's why look at the top female artists in hip hop.
I was being facetious. I know that, bro. Relax.
Okay, but you get what I'm saying.
I do, yes.
The Dr. Bobby Jones Best Gospel / Inspirational Award.
I forgot. Is he still living?
Yeah, Bobby Jones is alive.
Okay.
I've heard like only one of these songs. I've heard two of them.
Is it We Win?
No.
Huh.
BB Winans In Jesus' Name.
Okay.
CeCe Winans Never Lost.
She's still making music. I keep forgetting that.
That's one of the ones I've heard. Her Hold Us Together. Her. Yeah. Kirk Franklin's Strong God. I haven't heard that one yet. Marvin Sapp, Thank You For It All. I've heard that one. That was on his last album he did, which was really good. And then Tamala Man, Touch From You.
I'm gonna go guess Marvin Sapp here because
it was Kirk Franklin. You should have known.
I imagine the entrance kind of. I imagine him opening kind of put it over too, didn't it?
Him being Kirk Franklin put it over.
Oh, right, that too.
If it ain't Kirk Franklin, it's Mary Mary. Every year. The BET Her Award, Alicia Keys featuring Khalid, So Done. Brandy featuring Chance the Rapper, Baby Mama. Breeze D, I don't know who this is, Anti-Queen. Chloe and Halle, Baby Girl. Sierra featuring Esther Dean, Rooted. I didn't know Esther Dean was still making music. And SZA, Good Days, which was won by SZA. Not going through the rest of these, I'm going to just give you the winner. Viewers' Choice Award was Megan Thee Stallion featuring Beyonce Savage Remix, which I don't know why that was even on the list. That was last year's. Video of the Year, Cardi B featuring Meg Thee Stallion, WAP.
Video wasn't even that great. It wasn't. I don't look at me in my face. It wasn't that great.
In the words of James Eddington, that's one man's opinion. All the other men went doing, doing, doing.
Like there was no cap in my face. It wasn't that great.
Hey, what did Eminem say? Doing, doing, doing.
I was gonna say because I'm Slim Shady. Yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shades are just imitating. So will the real Slim Shady please stand up? I had it there. I had it on there until the end, but you know what I mean.
Video Director of the Year went to Bruno Mars and Florent Card. I'm guessing that was for Leave the Door Open. Best International Act for the third year in a row, my boy Burna Boy.
Okay, I dig it.
Aya Nakamura. They're from France, not Japan. Because I was about to say, are they related to Shinsuke?
Is Skepta on there?
No. Where's Skepta from?
The UK.
Only one up here from UK is Young T and Bugsy and Heady One.
Huh.
The other ones is Diamond Platinums from Tanzania, Emicida from Brazil, Wizkid, who's dope, from Nigeria, and then Youssoufa from France. But Burna Boy wins it for the third time in third year straight. This time he was actually here to accept the award. The last 2 years has been his mother accepting it for him. This year he actually popped up to accept it. Best movie, Judas and the Black Messiah.
Oh, obviously. What were the other nominees?
Coming to America.
Okay.
Miss Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. One Night in Miami. Soul in the United States versus Billie Holiday.
What was the rest of it?
That was it.
Wait, I didn't hear. You said
Coming
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. One Night in Miami. Soul in the United States versus Billie Holiday. Best Actress went to Andra Day.
Okay. Probably for her role as Billie Holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best Actor went to this was a posthumous award, went to Chadwick Boseman.
Of course, naturally. I mean, Black Panther was amazing.
Young Stars Award, Marseille Martin.
Okay.
Sportswoman of the Year.
Naomi Osaka.
Yeah.
She's still together. I want them to be together. I want them to be happy together.
Yeah.
That's good.
Sportsman of the Year.
LeBron.
Yeah. The nominees for this one was Kyrie, Pat, both Russells.
Pat Beverly?
Yeah, definitely Pat Beverly was going to be nominated for Best Sportsman of the Year.
Hey, I didn't know Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, Patrick Mahomes, the second. Yeah, that would have been hilarious to see Pat Bev to be an award for anything best. Probably the most annoying player of the year. Russ Westbrook and Russ Wilson, and then Steph Curry. Wardale the second. All right, so you ready for idiots?
Yeah.
All right, so which idiot we get into first?
Let's get to the idiot that threw $100,000 in the ocean for no reason.
Kodak Black threw $100,000 in the ocean? Now, I was listening to who was I listening to? I was listening to Kwame Brown, and he made a really good point. And it's going to tie into this. You got all these rich black people.
Yep.
But are they investing into the black infrastructure?
No, they're tossing $100,000 into the river.
And there you go, right there. Instead of investing into the black infrastructure, because I was listening to another situation where Brian Sharp was talking about. I put the video in the chat yesterday where he was talking about CRT. And the one thing he kept on going back to is what's the GDP of the black community? And so his whole thing was, before we start talking about race relations, we need to talk about economics, because the way to power is money. And if you don't invest into the black infrastructure, you can't get that power to get to the point where you can push for things. So a lot of the issues that we have within this community is because that we're not investing into the black infrastructure, leading to less power for the black community, to where we can't push for things that the black community need. So teaching CRT in schools is going to do absolutely what if you can't invest into the black infrastructure, giving black power to push for things for the black community that we actually need. And CRT is not one of the things we need. Also, say that the same people that were calling us nigger are trying to teach us a class on why they called us nigger.
No, you're right.
So that's my whole issue with this whole Kodak Black thing. I was like, I sat there and listened to both those videos, and it showed itself in broad daylight 4K with Kodak Black.
It's almost like a saying of, why can't black people have nice things? Because rich black people ruining things for us. Instead
of putting that money into things that we could actually use. Because back to Kwame Brown, he was talking about how Atlanta, when you think of black businesses, what are the typical black businesses that you think of that people have?
Barbershops, maybe a store, maybe a hair
apparel.
salon, apparel.
What about the big businesses where you got to employ 200 people, have a CEO, COO, and all those other things?
Maybe a bank. Well, look at Killer Mike. I know Killer Mike is a huge exception, but he did start a Bank of Greenwood, the Bank
So
of Greenwood. So
you have your anomaly, but think back to the early 1900s.
yeah,
So we talked
yeah,
about the massacre, but even after the massacre, did you realize? I think I told you, but they rebuilt Tulsa after the massacre.
right.
You know what stopped all? You know what killed everything after that?
Ourselves,
That I word.
ignorance,
No, the other I word that we celebrate all the time. Because now
independence,
we can all get together.
independence.
No, integration.
Oh,
Because now we can spend our money outside of our own places, and now we're seeing that maybe now people have this idea that we could get it better here and not keep the money within our
well, if you
community.
think about it this way, and you're right, I want to preface this by saying you're right. With the integration, you have to take upon the fact that when that in the process of the stuff being rebuilt, you didn't have anywhere else to go. You had to go outside to wherever, to get whatever you needed. And I'm not saying, again, you're 100% right.
And I think we talked about this last week with that same situation where you had no other choice but to do.
Right.
And it made us stick together and put our money into where it needed to go to. And I don't think we've ever got back to that point where our power was that strong, which goes back to what Umar was saying when I saw Umar in person once, and he brought that point up, and I didn't understand it at that point. Now it's starting to cut. Like, yes, Umar still makes a bunch of crazy remarks, and sometimes he's not all.
He's also meme worthy.
Oh, he's definitely meme worthy, but sometimes he does have moments where he says some stupid things, but. You got to be able to find the facts and the foolishness.
Dude is very meme worthy.
Oh yeah,
dude. Like I know we're gonna get off topic again, but it's still one of the funniest things I've seen is like somebody says something crazy. And he's like, "I beg your pardon."
Oh, he's hilarious.
I beg. Or no, what's he say? He said they about to go to sleep. Fuck God.
But you just got to find the facts and all the stupidity, and that was one of the ones where he hit the head on.
Yeah.
Yes, there are positive things about integration. I'm not here to say that integration was a bad thing, but
like Tucker Carlson almost did on national television. You see that?
No, I didn't. I don't watch mainstream.
I know you don't, but the clip went around. This is so funny.
I don't watch
Tucker Carlson.
I watch mainstream, so
Tucker,
if it doesn't like trend to the point where everybody's talking about it on Twitter, I'm not going to see it.
Tucker Carlson on TV almost said segregation is the best thing that ever happened to America. He literally said that segregation, there's no one that could, there's a lot of people who argue that. Now, I don't think there's people who won't argue that segregation was the worst thing that happened in America. He had his mouth to say best. He was 100% going to say best and then switched and said worst.
Now, I do know some black people that would agree with that statement.
Segregation was the best thing or the worst?
Yeah, because they believe that integration was the worst thing that happened to America because of that same thing we were just talking about. When our grandparents and whatnot would graduate from high school, they would graduate with trades, being able to work straight out with a trade. We don't have that. We don't have that now. We go back to having no other choice but to put money into our communities. Hence why we had multiple Black Wall Streets, not just Tulsa. And those Black Wall Streets will put Atlanta to shame. Atlanta is nowhere near what Tulsa was. It ain't even close. When you look at some of those big corporations down in Atlanta, they're not ran by us. They put a black face there, but it's not ran by us. Now you look at Black Wall Street, it was literally Black Wall Street. So I see what they're saying there, but if we could have had the integration with the, and this is some crazy wishful thinking that I'm having. If we could have the integration, because I do believe that we should be able to live one in harmony with our white brothers and sisters, the ones that care about us. The other ones, they can do it. They can be themselves. I care less. But for the ones that care, and then still be able to put our money into our communities, and still have our Black Wall Streets going on, it would be a better situation. Unfortunately, that's not the case.
No, it isn't. Anyway, let's get to this other idiot.
Pooh Shiesty. This should be interesting to see what this announcement is. But Pooh Shiesty is looks like he's about to be locked up for quite a while.
Stupid. He's stupid.
Basically, you want to tell the story?
Yeah, you can. I'm just gonna keep saying every time I get a pause, I'm gonna say this dude's an idiot.
Let me look up his story real quick, because I know you had a lot to say about it.
I can tell you, it's.
So basically, they have indicted. The feds have indicted Pooh Shiesty for armed robbery, where he actually shot the person too. They shot him. Thankfully, I don't think he's dead.
Road Ragers next week.
Huh?
Road Ragers next week, and Andrade is going to fight Matt Sydal.
Was that the announcement?
No, I guess so. Yeah. I was in a loop. I was like, Road Ragers next week. How about that?
Yeah, I remember them saying that. But the feds used Instagram pictures of cash in car as evidence in the robbery case.
This is why you don't post
pictures. A few weeks ago with the Fulios and them niggas.
This is why you don't post pictures of yourself with money on Instagram. Why? Because if it's stolen, the feds will find out. Why? Because the feds are not idiots. What the fuck is on his face? Look at this man.
Yeah. Say yeah. So see, when was somebody gonna tell me that Dax got hair? When did Dax get all this hair?
When did he become, better question, when did he become AEW World Champion?
They got so many questions right now. AEW is weird. AEW's been a weird episode already. We got Rick Boogs and the Brian Kendrick, and now Dax Harwood is cosplaying as Kenny Omega.
What? What is going on?
What's next? John Moss is going to return with bald. He's going to return bald and start. He's going to have Mark Yeaton out here throwing him beer.
That's actually not far off because he already dresses like that anyway. Wait. So
somehow the Undertaker's going to show up tonight.
What?
And it probably be the most the most normal thing on the show.
What is going on? I have to hear what he's saying.
But yeah, these rappers are stupid, bro. Because I don't understand why. I mean, we just had a story earlier.
He's rich. He's rich. What are you doing? You are rich. Why are you still doing street shit?
That I just said. I told you that yesterday, and that's the part that bugs me. It's like you're out here making all this money.
I told somebody this earlier today. People are paying you millions of dollars for your garbage music, and you still think robbing people is good.
I wouldn't say his music's garbage.
It's trash. It's trash. I don't care. It's trash.
To quote Mr. Editing again, That's one man's opinion. Some of his stuff I like. It's the Dirk Order.
Ooh, the Dark Order.
The Dirk Order. Hey, cameraman, get yourself together. But yeah.
Yo, if they were here
I just don't understand this whole mindset of making all this money. And it goes to Pooh Shiesty, it goes to the Jacksonville rappers that we talked about a few weeks ago. And I did some research on their whole beef, and it's ridiculous. Don't be surprised if one of them end up dying before the end of the year. That's how they operate. But I don't know, dog. And I know I say this all the time, but this is who our kids are listening to. And I know the whole excuse of it's not the artist's job to raise the kids, but y'all still got to realize how strong music is. I will happily die on the hill that music is a legitimate superpower. There's no way you're going to debate me and tell me that music is not being a musician. I have literal powers, okay? I have literal powers.
What did you... No, it's just funny. Why did you?
I have to prove a point here that I have literal powers.
Did you go up a key?
Yes. You want me to go up another one?
Go up a key. Take it up.
I have literal powers. I have literal powers because I'm a musician. I can control your emotions by music. These superpowers in the wrong hands can cause a corrupt mind. I can play sad music and probably make somebody cry. I can make happy music. I can play happy music and probably make somebody that's not so happy. I have superpowers. Any musician has superpowers. Music makes you feel emotions. Pooh Shiesty, whether you want to admit or not, is a musician in some sorts. His music make you feel.
It doesn't make me feel anything because I don't listen to it.
A child who is very impressionable listening to his music, they feel like his music is what they should be. How do I know this? Because I had a phase. Thankfully, I had a very strong support system to get me out of that phase. Every kid can't.
What was your phase? What was your phase?
You don't remember when I was walking around with my hand sack?
Oh yeah, that was a weird phase. Were you wearing the extra large T-shirts too?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, that was a bad phase for everybody.
That was a horrible phase.
Like literally.
This is why I had somebody that's known me since middle school to vouch everything I'm saying.
It was not a good phase for anyone ever. It was a terrible phase.
I still don't understand why sagging is still a thing.
It's
that me playing was not playing at all. Just letting you know.
I think I had a Drake romantic phase at one point where I was listening to a lot of just Drake, like Marvin's Room and all that.
It made you feel. How did it make you feel?
It made me feel like worse because I was already single. So, you know, also when I was in a relationship, I was just listening to a lot of Ed Sheeran, and I actually like Ed Sheeran because he's a really talented guy. But yeah. But yeah, now that I'm
I'm
single,
probably chopping that one up too.
you should.
I got three segments to chop up and throw on the clock out, boy.
You the best part about that is you went up a key and thought I wouldn't notice. You
Look,
you got it.
I said it once. I said it 1,000 million, 100 trillion times. I would die on the hill that musicians are superheroes or supervillains.
No, you're right. You're right. You're 100% right. This is really
These
funny.
powers in the wrong hand. I mean, I think we talked about it before, but if you look back biblically, what was Lucifer?
A snake. Well, he used to be an angel. He was an angel.
What was his job?
He was job. What was his job? Hold on.
Think about it.
Oh, music.
Yes. Yes.
I
He was a musician.
just.
Does it make sense now?
I wish Breon was here. He was like I wish he was here. I wish he was here for those segments. We probably wouldn't have gotten back on track if he was here.
No, because he'd probably be still going on. Why are you blaming me?
You would have. Yo. All right. He apparently said he'll be good for next week, though.
Oh yeah. So I'm probably gonna have to do something to throw him off again.
Yeah.
But
that's
just my thing. I mean,
that was hilarious, bro.
Music is very influential to kids.
It is.
It showed with our generation is definitely showing with this generation after us. I mean, even the generation before us should be able to know. I mean, they were out here throwing their bras and panties at boy bands and whatnot.
What a weird time.
No, Michael Jackson just stood there and the crowd was going crazy.
He did. What was that? He did it. He did it twice. The Super Bowl.
Was at the Super Bowl.
He did it at the Super Bowl where he popped up. He
just stood there
out of the stage and just stood there. Then he slowly took his glasses off and continued to stand there.
That's where Orange Cassidy gets from. Bruh. The light bulb moment. It makes sense. It makes sense.
And then yeah, him doing that, and then who else? And then he did it.
You saw how girls were for the Jackson 5.
Oh my gosh.
How girls were for Prince.
Justin Bieber.
And they were as crazy as they were in the 80s.
That was weird. Oh, the band, the Temptations and all that. Can you imagine?
I've had people in Gen X tell me how crazy they were when these dudes popped up. So they know, we know, then the generation after us know. If they don't know now, they're gonna understand when they get our age.
What movie was that where the girl's sitting in the chair and I'm pretty sure she's having a moment in her chair? I think it was the 5 Heartbeats is what I'm thinking of. Okay. Yeah.
Well, she probably was having a moment in her chair.
Yeah, I think you know what I mean when I say having a moment.
I mean moist, very.
Yeah, very.
She was quite the moist.
He just threw the belt at
and she snapped it back at her.
Yo, Miro is legend.
Junior's about to die, right?
Yeah.
But anything else for you, dog?
Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Prayers up to Giannis.
Also, Alex is on Twitch right now. By the way, first of all, we have a 4th member. I don't know if you guys know this. We have a 4th member that is part of our crew. Her name is Alex. Their name is Alex. And they have a Twitch that they're actually streaming right now on Twitch. The name is Alex Rising, capital ALEX, capital RISING _ at the end. And they're currently streaming what I think. I'm actually not sure what they're streaming. 7 Ways to Die. So yeah, they're streaming that right now. If you want to check it out. Oh, and the Suns of Clippers are about to start.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get myself off here. I need to let the audio download. Got some clothes to fold. Then I gotta go.
You got some clips to chop. 3 clips.
I got quite a few clips to chop, dog.
That was hilarious, bro.
I have my moments.
I don't know which one was funnier.
Brian would have took it to the next level, dog.
I'm not sure which one was funnier, to be honest with you. Like, you going up a key and thinking, I would notice. And screaming, I have powers.
I got powers, dog.
And then,
just like Heath Slater has kids, I have powers.
And then you said, then us being confronted with someone who backs the blue. That's probably my favorite one. Because we didn't hesitate. We didn't even hesitate.
As soon as I saw, I was like, no, we gotta get to this real quick.
That was
amazing. Are they chanting Miro Day?
Say what?
They must be chanting Miro Day.
I mean, it is Miro Day. It's always Miro Day.
Well, no longer Rusev Day, so it's Miro Day.
Exactly.
But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get on out of here. As I always say, peace, love, and Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. Peace, love, Pop-Tarts.
You better say Pop-Tart.
Hydrate. More specifically, chocolate chip cookie dough Pop-Tarts and s'mores Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go with s'mores.
Yeah.
Even though I can't have any of those right now.
Yeah, I can barely drink soda, but I'm still
trying to get on 205 Live.
I'm still drinking soda, and it's not not working. So
I'm gonna say 205 Live.
Yeah, I mean, you'll obviously need to because the roster is completely extinct.
Well, it's Sword Eat.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my point, including the champion.
It's 40.
Because it's what? Roderick now? Roderick, Kushida, and who?
Well, the cruiserweight division is not as small as you think because they can always have the guys over there are already still within the group. You got Roddy, you got Kushida. If they ever need Swerve is under 205.
But he's the current North American champion.
But even him, you got Adonis.
Okay.
Ashanti Adonis. You got it's another black dude. I can't think of his name.
Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo is 205. Shoot, if he was so Adam Cole in there, he could.
Yeah, Johnny Gargano's 199.
Gargano was in the original CWC. I don't think Ciampa is that small now.
Nah, Ciampa's got to be over.
Escobar. So I mean, the division you can always move around, and then you got UK guys.
Jordan Devlin,
Tyler Bate. I can't think of his name now, but Ben Carter.
A Kid.
I can't think of Ben Carter's actual his WWE name.
I think it's still Ben Carter.
Nathan Frazier is his name. Amir Jordan.
All right, I guess. Noam Dar.
Yeah, Noam Dar, is an OG. He's one of the last 3 signed OGs.
I was thinking about that match Buddy and Ali had. It's amazing. That no DQ match.
I'm sorry. One of my favorite 205 Live matches is still the one I was there, and I had a shut up match with
Davari.
Ari Davari. You shut up, Davari. Shut up. No, you shut up.
Anyway, yeah, but I'm good, bro. I'm good if you good.
Yeah. We out.
Peace.